So next season, which is 2011-2012, then before the year we had new uniform. We went back to the red, white, and blue jersey worn by the Bullets back in the day. Y'all remember? Which I said, these are cool. And that's when I bought my first John Wall jersey ever. I didn't buy the blue, the old school blue, which was back in the day. I just bought the red, white, and blue one. So that season, I thought it was going to be easy for us because it was the lockout short season. It was 6 games because we were younger, we were more fresh and all that. Yeah, I thought Wall was going to improve his game going to the second season. Okay, so, but it didn't work. And he started 0-8 and then we went 2-15. That's when we fired Flip Saunders. And I remember losing game when Flip on the hot seat. I remember this is a true story. I was saying, please, Wizards, can I coach the team now, please? So, but I didn't get it. It was we hired new coach Randy Whitman, if y'all remember. Which when he got the job, I'm like, not the job. I said, okay, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna bring to the table? But when I remember his first game, I said, it's a new field team. We got better defensively, but not offensively, but defensively, we were like better. I was like, okay, this might work. And I remember in mid-season, like, it wasn't mid-season, late season, we made a trade to get Nene. We traded JaVale McGee and Nick Young. And I'm like, whoa. Like, we traded JaVale McGee? I'm like, because I would have never thought in a million years he would lead the Wizards until he was a free agent. But when he got Nene, I'm like, all right. We got a good big man on our team. We got a legitimate power forward center on our team. I remember his first game, he had like 20-some points in his first game of the Wizards. I was like, yeah, we found our big man. So, and during the end of the year, we ended on a high note, going on a 6-game win streak that year. We won 20 games a year, but still, we ended 2012 on a high note, going to 2013. Now, before the 2012-2013 season, I do remember the draft. Before Bradley Beal, who we picked, by the way, I actually wanted Harrison Barnes from, North Carolina Tar Heels. But when I saw Bradley Beal got picked, I was like, I'll take it. And then I saw his highlights, and I'm like, yeah, this guy's good. I think he and Wall gonna mesh together. But unfortunately, it didn't happen during the beginning. Because the beginning of the season, we all know, John had to miss the first 2-3 months of the season. We had the knee injury, if y'all remember. And I said, Brad, this is your team to lead. I said, go for it. You're 19 years old. Just do it. But that didn't work out. We started 0-12 or 13, something like that. And we only won like 4 games before walking back. And I remember a fan said, fire Whitman. And I said, it's not his fault we're losing games. The reason is John Wall is not there. And when he came back, we started winning the game. We started beating the playoff teams, not the bad teams. And I said, if he was there most of the year, we'd probably be in the playoff chase. So that was a terrible season for the Wiz because we had injuries, John, we were a young team, all that. So, but the next season, which was 2013-14, it was playoffs or bust. Cause we didn't have playoffs. We thought Ernest gonna be gone, Ray Williams gonna be gone, the whole team gonna be breaking up. It was playoffs or bust. And I remember before the year started, before the season started, we made the trade. We traded Emeka for Marcin Gortat. And when Gortat got, I was like, okay, like we got a nice big man on our team. Cause remember Okafor, he had the herniated disc on his something like that, if y'all remember. So we traded a guy who was injured to a guy who's healthy. But when Gortat came to the team, he and Wall meshed together. I'm like, wow, we found a 1-2 combo in our team. So that was awesome to see. even though we were up and down most of the season, with Brad being hurt, he had to stretch his leg. He was barely playing any minutes, and John was playing at all-star level, which I said John made the all-star team. But it's a true story. I remember last season all-star game, I said put Warren on all-star team so we can win, and he did. He finally made the all-star team. Took him 4 years to get in, but he made it. And I remember he was saying, for me all-star game, I'm doing dunk contest. I'm like, dunk contest? I said, please win the dunk contest for me, please. But I'll get to that in a moment. But during All-Star Weekend, which is probably my favorite All-Star Weekend ever. Because I think Brad was in the rookie sophomore game, Bill was in the three-point contest, Wall in the dunk contest, and Wall in the All-Star game. I'm like, this is a Washington Wizards weekend for us, so I'm loving this. And Brad, he had a good game, rookie sophomore game, the second time, so he didn't get MVP, but at least he had fun. And three-point contest, I said, win it for us, win it. He did make the finals and forced overtime against, you remember, who was champ Marco Bellinelli, if I remember Bellinelli, who won it anyway. But at least Brad came in second, so all that matters. And then we had one dunk contest. I was like, what you gonna do for us? What you gonna do? Then when he came up, he had the mascot. I'm like, uh-oh. And then when he tried to attempt it, he pumped the ball. I'm like, whoa! Like, I didn't think he's gonna pump it. I thought he's gonna jump over him. But when he pumped the ball in the air, I'm like, he won it. And that's why I said, John Wall, soon to be greatest Wizard ever. And then going to his first All-Star game, I thought he was gonna be nervous because you know how first time All-Star be, they get all nervous and all jittery, but he didn't. The dunk contest just got over the hump. But his team won. Each conference won. Even though he got MVP, it was Kyrie Irving got MVP. If y'all remember that game, which I give it to. Then after All-Star game, we made the trade to get Andre Miller. We traded Jan Vesely for Andre Miller, if y'all remember, which I thought was a great trade because I said we got a good backup point guard who's gonna teach John Wall everything. I think when Nene got hurt and all that, and we signed, Drew Gooden, which I said, okay, Drew Gooden. I said, see what he does. Then he surprised me as well. He was knocking down shots, including three-pointer. I'm like, we learned how to shoot threes. I knew he was a good rebounder, but shooting outside shots, I'm like, okay, we found a secret weapon for us. And then when they came back, then we made the playoffs. I'm like, we are back in the playoffs, finally. Took us 6 years to get back. So, yeah, on to the playoffs. And fortunately, we were the 5th seed. We played, of course, Chicago Bulls 3-match at 5 playoffs. Which personally, I said I wanted Toronto because they were younger and all that, and they're inexperienced. Because personally, I did not want the Bulls because they had a hot second part of the season and they played better defense than us. But I was wrong. Like I said, I was wrong, but I said, bring on the Bulls. Let's see what we do. And going to that first game, I was nervous. First playoff game in 6 years. So I was like, what are we going to do? How's John Wall going to react in their first taste of the playoffs? Even though they struggled, the veterans carried us, including Nene, who just surprised everybody in that series. And he scored over 20 points in his first playoff game as a Wizard and got to a game 1 victory. But when we won game 1, I say, we won the first game. I'm like, I never had before in my life. We won the first game in the playoffs. I remember in the Gilbert days, we lost the first game every time. Always playing from behind early on, instead of playing from ahead. And then remember game 2, we got to a hot start. I'm like, oh my God, we might call 2-zip on these boys. So, and then we went to overtime. I'm like, oh my God, this series is going to be tied. It's going to be tied. And then we were up 2 seconds ago. If y'all remember, Kirk Cousins, former Wizard, missing 2 free throws. I'm like, we're up 2-0. We won 2 games on the road. The first 2 on the road. I'm like, yeah, man, we're gonna sweep them. We're gonna sweep them. I'm like, let's go home and sweep these boys. I was like, I cannot wait till game 3 and 4, so we can put the brooms out. But game 3, which I was so excited for. We thought it was gonna be an easy win for us, but they came out and surprised us. They won game 3, and it was down. We were up 2-1. Then the next day, I heard in the news and they got suspended. I'm like, we lost our key to the series. And I'm like, then next game, Trevor Ariza happened, stepped up big time with Nate's absence, which I didn't see this coming. Dropping 30 points against the Bulls in game 4. Then we're up 3-1, and then going to game 5, I said, should we end it now or wait till we go home for game 6? I wanted game 6 and at home, but they said, let's end it now, which they did, which was our first playoff series win since 2005. So I was so happy. I couldn't sleep. I'm like, I was excited. I'm like, it's part of like 2005 again. But the bad part is we have to wait. I hate waiting. We had to because of the playoff series. We had to play either the Nets or the Hawks in the playoffs. Because most fans want Atlanta because they were the AC. If we played them, they had home court advantage. And you play the Pacers, we had to start on the road. But we played the Pacers in the playoffs next round. Then I said, bring on the Pacers. And going to that series, I was pretty confident that we can actually beat the Pacers. Because we won that first game. I'm like, we can beat them. I think we can go to East Conference Finals and probably face LeBron, the Miami Heat. But sadly, we lost 3 straight games, which was we were down 3-1. And then going to Indiana, I said, let's put it all on the line. And I said, let's win this game, go back to game 6. And then we won game 5 by 20-some points. And then I said, we win game 6, we're going to win game 7. Plain and simple. Because they don't want game 7 back in Indiana. But sadly, they did not win game 6. Season was over by the Pacers in 6 games. So that season was probably my second or third favorite season as a Wizards fan.